I absolutely hate kids. Can I just ignore my friend's new one? What do you even say to that?
As a child-free by choice woman that decides to be child-free because you hate children, you cannot stand children cry, you just don't want to see them around, you cannot spend more than like 2, 3, 5 minutes with them, you're already like, oh, shush, 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 shush. Let's say now your friend, your very close friend, your close pal, probably somebody you talk to all the time, you go to their houses, you guys hang out all the time, now gets pregnant and she's expecting. How would you feel? Do you think your relationship with the person would change? Or would you start thinking about how you're going to start liking a child? Because, of course, you don't like babies, so that is it. Would your, would everything about you not liking babies change? Or I don't know. Let me know your thought down comment section. I have this video to share with you all. This lady is reading a story from Reddit, and he explains something that I just asked now. So let's go ahead and watch the video to the end. Then I'll come back and talk about it.
I'm gonna need somebody to help me out with this one because this is just absolutely bizarre to me. Dear Karen Feeding, I am a happily child-free woman in my 30s and I have a group of dear friends I've been close with since college. I suspect one of this group will soon be the first, only, of us to have a child, and I'm dismayed, to say the least. Realize I have no right to feel this way and I will try to hide it from my friend, but still I feel the way I feel. So my question is, how can I be a good, supportive friend when this is something that is so not my cup of tea? I find the idea of pregnancy and birth horrifying, and I do not like children, particularly babies and toddlers. I don't want to cut off my friend, but I suspect she and this child will be a package deal for quite some time, so I need to learn how to coexist with this potential creature. Are there books on how to interact positively with small humans? I'm very good with animals, but I don't think those skills translate. My usual tactic is to just ignore the kid and focus on the person I'm interacting with. Is that okay, or is this rude? If I make plans, to what extent do I need to specifically include or make accommodations for a child versus do things as usual and let her figure out a way to make it work? Do I need to moderate my own behavior? Assuming there is a pregnancy announcement soon, do I fake happiness and excitement like I'm supposed to? Or is there a way I can express ambivalence without being rude or dismissive? I'm sorry, it's not that hard to be kind. No one is asking you to hold the baby for hours at a time. Nobody is asking you to mold your entire life around the baby that you don't like, who's basically an acquaintance of an acquaintance. Refusal to consider how easy it is to just be nice. This quote about, I'm very good with animals, but I don't think those skills translate. My usual tactic is to just ignore the kid and focus on the person I'm interacting with. Is that okay, or is that rude? Yes, it's rude. It's rude because this is a person. Obviously, a baby is not going to be a caring if it's ignored. But this is a weird way to interact with society. I do not want people who don't want kids to have kids. You shouldn't have them if you don't want them. Please don't. But it is so weird to go through life putting this entire class of people in a box and labeling it do not touch, do not talk, ignore. It wouldn't be okay for us to do that with any other class of people. They're people. It's like that person who went on TikTok this past winter and she was going on about how she wants child-free neighborhoods. And look, if you want to be in a gated community, that's your prerogative. But it's just a very strange take to me to want to isolate yourself from interacting with a class of person. I wonder sometimes if it's because we are so used to now being able to tailor our experiences in a way that past generations really couldn't. It's like there's this idea that has permeated that you should only have to interact with people you like. You should be able to completely tailor your entire existence in this world precisely to your preferences. Nice to animals, but not to children. You should be able to have a conversation with your friend, and it doesn't have to be about their baby. But it might be for a while, because this is a big life change. Like getting a new boyfriend or something, except the boyfriend's going to stick around. And at first, that boyfriend might be really annoying and frustrating. See, here's where you get a spoiler alert, because you know that in the future, that boyfriend baby is going to become the love of the life of your friend. So maybe treat them that way. Nicely. You never have to be their favorite babysitter or honorary aunt. You don't have to be those things. You just have to be nice. Anyway, here's Nicole Chung's answer, which I think is really lovely. I'm afraid I don't have a good what to expect when your friend is expecting and you're horrified book to recommend, but in my experience, you interact with small humans much the same way you do with bigger ones, with basic kindness, honesty, and respect.
Hey beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Chokomara David, and I'm back again with another interesting video. As a child-free by choice woman, what do you have to say about this particular Reddit thread? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Unfortunately, I only have one stitch, just one. And she's also a child-free by choice woman sharing her thoughts. So let's go ahead and watch the videos together. Then at the end of the video, I will share my own opinion. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section.
I absolutely hate kids. Can I just ignore my friend's new one? What do you even say to
Okay, so I was asleep and then I woke up to pee and then I saw this video and so then I turned on my light so it wouldn't be one of those videos where I just make it in the dark. But I have thoughts about this. And I think that what this person is, well, first go back and watch the entire stitch. Essentially, there's this mid-30s woman, one of the first, possibly only people in her friend group, is about to have a child. This person vehemently does not like children. And so they're asking for advice about how to interact with said child when this child lands in their world. And a couple comments said that this sounds like or reads like an autistic person, and the way it's written, I understand why that person would say that, but that's not actually what I'm here for. I'm here to point out something that I think this person is trying to get at and is doing so quite inelegantly. And I think it's that when you are a person surrounded by parents in particular, it can be a very lonely place. And as with anything, the changing nature of a relationship can be really daunting and scary. I'm 36. I do not have any children. I don't plan to have children. I also don't currently have a romantic partner. And I'm surrounded by friends who are partnered and also have kids. So I have a lot of parent friends, and a lot of those parent friends are in committed relationships, whether that's marriage or whatever. And while I have built a life for myself that has a rich community that is vast, and my friends are wonderful and all this other stuff, when my friends started having kids, my social life got very disrupted and it was extremely lonely. Now, fortunately for my friends who are parents, we have the sorts of foundational relationships where I was able to be vulnerable and be like, it does kind of suck that I just can't be at your house till 1 a.m. anymore. Or can't just call up for certain, or randomly to do a fun activity. Sorry that my thoughts are not all connecting. It's 1:18 in the morning and I'm about to go back to sleep. But the point is, I think this person hit on something that is very real and often forgotten about when you talk to people who are parents. And I understand that parenthood is a lonely experience, right? We see videos about this all the time. And also, especially in the United States, we don't make parenthood easy. We don't give people good resources or support systems. So I know that probably a lot of this general feeling of disdain toward kids is more a result of the fact that we have a really shitty society that does not actually support parents and parenthood. But all of that aside, there is a loneliness that comes when you're dealing with your friends who don't have children, don't want children. And I'm not a person that's awkward around kids, but plenty of people are. So while this question was phrased in a pretty antagonistic way, I do think it's worth pointing out and remembering that your friends on the other side who don't become parents can be really lonely without you. And when the shape of your friendship becomes less frequent interaction, especially in person, that's really hard.
I feel like this is one thing that child free by choice women need to probably discuss, especially if you're surrounded with friends that are child free by choice as well, and you're a child free by choice person because you can't stand children. I understand that not everybody loves to be with children, not everybody wants to be with babies. Some people can't stand, but there's some child free by choice people that choose to be child free by choice, of course, and they like children. They just don't want a child of their own. that aside, we're talking about the ones that cannot stand baby. Looking at baby, they're like, can you just take your baby? Just take your baby. These are the ones we're talking about. How would you feel if one of your friend or your friend group gets pregnant? How would you act? What is the right way to do? I feel like if a child free by choice person decides to, shift back and start acting differently, all eyes on her. The world are already attacking her. Like, she's your friend, it's just a baby, blah blah blah. Can't you just come close to the baby? She's not gonna bite you. She's just pregnant. This is natural something. She's your friend. Like, people are gonna attack the child free by choice woman, not forgetting about our own feelings. What about how she's feeling? What about how she doesn't want children? She doesn't like children. So you cannot expect her to compromise just because her friend is having a baby. Then I don't know. Some child by choice people that don't like children might change their mind when their very close friend have babies. They might start getting to like children, like just to hold them a little, which is okay. But there are some that they're like cross their mind like I don't want to have anything to do with children. You have to respect their feelings, you have to respect their emotions, and it's going to also be lonely for them on the other hand. Just as the stitch said, the last part, she was like, it's going to be lonely for them because they are used to being close to you as their friend, companion. You guys go out together, you do this together, you are always together chatting and everything. But now that you have a baby, now you're going to be distracted, you don't have time, and all the conversations you're going to be talking about is more about your baby, your new life, blah blah blah, and it can be exhausting to a child free by choice person. I feel like I've done a video in the past that a child free by choice woman was talking and just saying generally, like, she has parents that are friends, her friends are parents as well, they are mothers, and she's just like ranting and saying that there are other conversations you can have with your friends aside from babies and husband and family and children. There are other conversations about life that you can have with your friend aside from that. And I feel like mothers that have friends that are child free by choice, you should also know that they are not in that position. So when you're talking too much about babies, about children, about this, that, your friends get bored and they see you as somebody they have to just, shift a little. Because if you're my friend and you're talking about things that doesn't interest me anymore, I don't think you'll be the first person I will call when I need someone to just, gist with, because I know that when I call you, the next thing you're going to be telling me is about your breastfeeding, about your baby, and I'm not interested about it. So I feel like everything has to balance. If you're really close to that, your friend, and your friend really loves you and wants you to be around, she understand that you don't like children and she'll be patient with you. I feel like later on, if you really love your friend, and you should also transfer the love to the baby. It's not compulsory, it's just biology to me. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Thank you so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload interesting video like this one. Alright, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.